Our next guest is a political correspondent for CNN, an attorney, and sits on the board of the Congressional Black Caucus Political Action Committee. Please welcome the truth bringer in chief, Angela Rye.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming on this busy election day. And today is the big day. What is your, and I'm just going to get started because we got a lot of questions for you. What is your primary message for those who's listening to your voice right now?
Well, first of all, to the Rickey Smiley team, I just want to tell you all how much it is such a great joy for me to be with you all this morning. It's always a pleasure. You all are missed, and there's nothing better than starting my morning off this black. It's got to be a very black day, so I'm happy.
Yeah. No, we happy you came on. Yeah. So all of the... Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're like all of this excitement. Number one, the good morning piece. I appreciate the good morning. We need it to be a good morning, Rickey. We're speaking those things that are not as though they might be today. Right. We're just hoping to do our very best. I can tell you from being on the ground in cities in Detroit and Flint, in Durham, North Carolina, in Atlanta, Georgia, there is a lot of excitement, but there's also a lot of reluctance. And so we have to be able to power through that and meet people where they are, Rickey, right? We have to do that in the church. We have to do that at work. We got to do that at the polls. If Absolutely. People are not excited, that's okay. We need you to be practical. We need you to be thoughtful. We need you to be insightful about what could be. I know I woke up this morning with the same feeling of dread that I did in 2016. Why? Right. Because that's how I've been feeling for 4 years. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for that feeling to go away. Right?
Me too.
It needs to go.
Angela, so a lot of people are concerned about the votes not being counted for days. Like, do you have any predictions on when a candidate will be able to, claim a victory? What do you think?
Yeah, sis, I think the important thing for us to understand is that there are a lot of unknowns. And as frustrating as it is to sit with the unknowns, we got to sit with it. Because what I'm not going to do, as Rickey said, she's the truth bringer. If I get on here and lie to y'all going to be mad, right? I don't know the answer.
Right.
And I think that that's okay. It's frustrating, but here's what we do know. We know that we fought way too long and hard for the ability to vote. This morning, I woke up and watched John Lewis, and he talks about how the vote is sacred, right? And we have to remember that doesn't mean that we're lucky to be there. That doesn't mean that we're lucky to just be able to cast our vote, but it does mean we have to be a good steward over that basic right. And I think the other really important piece for us is to remember that when we don't know, we can ask questions. If you're experiencing any problems at the polls, folks should call 866-OUR-VOTE. If you want to know what's going on, we've got a 7-hour live stream on the Shade Room today, on BET today, on all of our social media platforms. I'm hosting that with Andrew Gillum. We've got some amazing guests. We got our own black pollster, y'all. We're going to tell you guys in real time what's going on from 5 p.m. to midnight Eastern. So what I can tell you, sis, is I might not know right now, but I promise to keep it all the way real with you all tonight, okay?
We know that.
Going forward.
So, Angela, there are more than 30 Senate seats on the ballot today as well. So what will it take to change the Senate majority?
So what it will take is, again, us going to the polls. Do you know there are 6 black folks running for these Senate seats today? That's what's important. We have the opportunity to not just make history, but ensure that our voices are heard in the United States Senate. We don't even make up 10% of the United States Senate demographics. That is almost criminal, right? And so we have to stop saying, why aren't we there? And then not saying, you know what? I didn't help to get us there. Jamie Harrison in South Carolina, Mike Espy in Mississippi, Adrian Perkins in Louisiana, Raphael Warnock in Georgia, and also John Ossoff ain't a brother, but he's kind of a brother, y'all. I don't know if you've heard him talk. But got our best interests at heart. And Marquita Bradshaw in Tennessee. There are so many folks doing this work, and we got to support them when they're running, and not just pay attention to the top of the ticket, but all the way down ballot.
Right.
There are initiatives on the California ballot to end cash bail. People don't like the pathway. That's fine. There's a parolee opportunity for folks who are on parole to be able to vote, to be able to re-enfranchise and to exercise that franchise. So there's so much on the ballot. Minimum wage, right? Raising the minimum wage. There's all of that in states all over the country. So we got to pay close attention.
Okay, so Angela, Special K here. This is something that's been bugging me and Ricky especially, and it's a real problem. We've been talking about it all morning. What do you say to black men in particular, black men that are under the age of 50 for the most part, in key states like Florida, Texas, Georgia, and other battleground states that are, for whatever reason, supporting Trump? What do you say to these guys?
One, I would say I don't believe that that's really a big thing. I think that we started to focus on a small minority and people started getting excited about the attention they were receiving. I first want to say that. A lot of the folks who are saying they vote for Trump, I want to see their I voted sticker, son. Like, let me see you voted for that dude for real. And if they are really voting for him, what I would say is, you know, you just haven't paid attention over the last 4 years. Over the last 4 years, he's been very surgical almost in undermining everything that Barack Obama accomplished. To the folks who say Barack Obama didn't do anything for me, I would submit to you to go look at the African-American accomplishments doc. There's several pages from his administration. The thousands of people who were who received clemency and pardons under Barack Obama who also look like us. The number of judges who were appointed who look like us. To Donald Trump's one judge out of 236 appointed who was black. Out of Donald Trump's one criminal justice act that he took to fix what's been done already, only to understand that that was an executive order of Barack Obama that was then codified, that was then signed into law. We have to understand when people are selling us wolf tickets and overselling their accomplishments because there are so few, right? We know about other people that lie about the size of things. So it's the size of the accomplishment that we should be worried about. It's not true. It's not true.
Well, I am so grateful to you for coming on this morning with the energy, and I'm going to definitely be watching you tonight. You'll be on CNN tonight, right? You'll be. Well, yeah. Where can we follow you tonight?
We're going to be doing this coverage from 5 p.m. Eastern to midnight. It's all Black, Ricky. It's called Black America Votes. We're talking not only the Biden-Harris race tonight, we're also talking about those Senate seats we talked about. We're also talking about those ballot initiatives. We're paying attention because one thing we do so much, and I know you guys know this, we'll say, it's so important for you to vote the whole ballot. Pay attention to those state and local races. We're going to do that tonight. It's time for us to place emphasis on the things we're asking people to pay attention to. We're going to talk about whether or not Black people have been taken for granted and what our agenda should look like starting tomorrow. What do we need for ourselves? And I think that it's a good place to start is right after you go to the polls. Pay attention to what time your location's closed. Again, if you have any issues, call the lawyers. That's who's on the other side of 866-OUR-VOTE. And let us know. Tell us on social media because we can also help you, right? I think that's so important. But using hashtag Black America Votes 2020, stay engaged in the conversation with us all day long. I love you guys. Thank you for opening up this time. This is a great way to start the morning.
You know what? We love you too. We were all just talking off the air, like so excited that you was coming on this morning. We just absolutely love and support you. And thank you so much for doing everything that you do. Let everybody know how they can follow you on social media. Give your social media handle right quick.
Yeah, so Angela Rye on Instagram. I don't know what it is on Facebook. You search for me, I guess. And then Twitter is Angela_Rye. That's that hyphen when you drop it low, Angela_Rye. And if you can't find that, I'll find you somehow. Thank you, guys.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, Angela Rye.